Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Zaida Akmalia Izati, and I also want to express my gratitude to our lecturer, Professor Dr. Haji Munirul Abidin, MAG. And in this video, I will presenting Islamic civilization in Andalusia, Spain. I hope this presentation can broaden your understanding of one of the most remarkable chapters in Islamic history. Islamic civilization is one of the greatest civilizations in human history. It played a crucial role in the development of science, culture, society across the world. And one of the most remarkable places where this civilization flourished was Andalusia, the region we know now as Spain. Islam entered in Andalusia in 711 CE when Muslim forces led by Tariq ibn Ziyad successfully conquered the Visigoti kingdom. This wasn't merely a military conquest, it was the beginning of a new civilization in Western Europe. Under the Umayyad dynasty in Cordoba, Andalusia developed rapidly across many fields like science, education, philosophy, arts, and architecture. Cities like Cordoba, Seville, and Granada became world-renowned as center of knowledge. Scholars and students came to these cities to study. Andalusia truly became a bridge between the Islamic civilization in the east and the Renaissance of the west. Cities like Cordoba, Seville, and Granada became world-renowned as center of knowledge. Scholars and students came to this city to study. Andalusia truly became a bridge between the Islamic civilization in the east and the Renaissance of the west. Before Islam reached Spain, it had already taken control by North Africa. In the era of Caliph Abdul Malik, Hassan ibn Nu'man was appointed governor of the region. Later, Musa ibn Nusair expanded Muslim rule further into Algeria and Morocco. The conquest of Spain itself was carried out by three great leaders. First was Tariq ibn Malik, who led an initial scouting expedition across the strait between Morocco and Europe. With 500 soldiers, his success paved the way for the main invasion. Before Islam reached Spain, it had already taken control of North Africa. In the era of Caliph Abdul Malik, Hassan ibn Nu'man was appointed governor of the region. Later, Musa ibn Nusair expanded Muslim rule further into Algeria and Morocco. The conquest of Spain itself was carried out by three great leaders. First was Tariq ibn Malik, who led an initial scouting expedition across the strait between Morocco and Europe. With 500 soldiers, his success paved the way for the main invasion. The second figure was Tariq ibn Ziyad. Tariq ibn Ziyad was the most celebrated hero of this conquest. In 711 CE, Tariq ibn Ziyad crossed the strait with 7 soldiers, and mostly the soldiers from Berbers and Arabs, and landed at a mountain now known as Gibraltar or Jabal Tariq. And Tariq ibn Ziyad forces defeated King Roderick and seized Cordoba, Granada, and Toledo. The third leader was Musa ibn Nusair, the governor of North Africa, who followed with additional reinforcement and helped consolidate Muslim control almost all of Spain, reaching as far north as Zaragoza and Navarre. The long history of Spain, spanning nearly 800 years, can be divided into 6 distinct periods. Period 1, it began from 711 CE until 755 CE. In this period, Spain was governed by deputies appointed by the Umayyad Caliph in Damascus. This was a turbulent time marked by internal conflict between Arabs and Berbers group. And in period 2, in 755 CE until 912 CE, Abdurrahman I, known as Ad-Dakhil, established independent rule in Spain. He built the great Mosque of Cordoba and initiated significant cultural development, though political instability remained. Period 3, from 912 CE until 113 CE. This was the golden age of this civilization in Spain. Abdurrahman III took the title of Caliph in 929 CE, and Andalusia reached the peak of its power and intellectual glory, including the founding of the University of Cordoba. Period 4, it began from 1013 until 1086 CE. After the Caliphate was abolished, Spain fragmented into many small kingdoms known as Muluk al-Tawaif. Unity was lost. Period 5, it began from 1086 until 1248 CE. Two powerful dynasties, the Almoravids and the Almohads, attempted to reunify Muslim Spain but ultimately failed. Cordoba fell to the Christians in 1238 CE and Seville in 1248 CE. In the last periods, it's period 6, 1248 CE until 1492 CE, only Granada remained under Muslim rule, governed by the Bani Ahmar dynasty. Internal conflict weakened this last stronghold in 1492 CE. Granada surrendered to Ferdinand and Isabella, marking the end of Islamic rule in Spain. Next, I want to tell you about the achievement of Andalusia, Islam in Andalusia. And the previous, I said that achievement in Andalusia is in many fields like philosophy, education, arts, architecture, and philosophy. And in the philosophy, Muslim scholars in Andalusia began translating ancient Greek manuscripts into Arabic, a movement that started as early in the 8th century. The most prominent philosophers include Ibn Bajjah, Ibn Rushd, and Ibn Tufail. And in science, Andalusia produced brilliant minds in astronomy, mathematics, medicine, and natural science, like Ibn Abbas Farnas, Al-Bitruji, and Ibrahim Ibn Yahya. In medicine, we see Ahmad ibn Ilyas and Ibn Hazm. Remarkably, women also contribute. Ummul Hasan bin Abi Ja'far was a renowned female physician. And in geography and literature, Arabic flourished with great linguists like Muhammad ibn Malik, author of Alfiya, comprehensive grammar in verse. Major literary works in the era include Ibn Abdul Rabbi, Al-Aqd al-Farid. In geography and history, Ibnu Jubair of Valencia and Ibnu Battuta of Tangier produced incredibly travel records, and Ibnu Khaldun, through his monumental works Muqaddimah, essentially founded the philosophy of history and the social science. In language and literature, Arabic flourished with great linguists like Muhammad ibn Malik, author of Alfiya, the famous comprehensive grammar in verse. Major literary works of the era include Ibn Arabi, Al-Aqd, Al-Farid. Let's talk about the religious science and the architecture of Spain itself. Islamic learning in Andalusia also made deep contribution to religious science in Quranic interpretation. Al-Qurtubi produced his monumental work Al-Jami'u al-Ahkam Al-Quran, a 20-volume tafsir still used as a primary reference today. In Islamic law, Spain became the main center for the Maliki school of thought, introduced by Ziyad ibn Rahman, Ibn Rushd, Al-Shatibi, and Ibn Hazm, known for his unique legal thinking. And the architecture, perhaps the most visible legacy of Islamic Andalusia. The city of Cordoba was transformed into a symbol of grandeur with the magnificent Great Mosque of Cordoba and 491 other mosques throughout the city. Granada was home to the breathtaking Alhambra Palace, one of the most beautiful architectural masterpieces in the world, still standing today. And Seville, once a Roman swamp, became a historic city under 500 years of Islamic rule, featuring the famous Giralda Tower. And Toledo was developed into a major center of science and translation. The factor of decline. Why did it fall? Every great civilization has its rise and fall. The golden age of Islamic Andalusia was made possible by strong visionary leaders like Abdurrahman al-Dakhil, Abdurrahman Wasid, and Abdurrahman al-Nasir, who maintained unity and support knowledge. In civilization in Andalusia, religious tolerance allowed Christians and Jews to contribute to the civilization side by side with Muslims. But according to historian Badriatim, several crucial factors caused the decline of Islamic civilization in Spain. First, prolonged conflict with Christian kingdom from the north, which gradually pushed Muslims to southward. Second, absence of unifying ideology. The third is economic crisis that weakened the state. Fourth is unclear system of succession, which repeatedly led to civil wars and fragmentation. And fifth, geographical isolation. Andalusia was far from the main Islamic center in the east, making it vulnerable when internal cohesion broke down. The final blow began in 1492 CE when the last Muslim ruler Abu Abdullah Muhammad surrendered Granada to the Catholic monarch Ferdinand and Isabella. He then went to exile in North Africa, bringing nearly 800 years of Islamic rule in Spain to a close. In conclusion, the Islamic civilization that flourished in Andalusia from 711 CE until 1492 CE was one of the most brilliant chapters in the world history. Under the Umayyad dynasty in Cordoba, Andalusia became a global center of knowledge, culture, and tolerance. Its achievement in philosophy, science, medicine, architecture, and religious scholarship profoundly shaped the development of European and world civilization. However, this great civilization was eventually brought down by internal conflict, political fragmentation, economic crisis, and external pressure from Christian kingdoms. The fall of Granada in 1492 CE ended nearly 8 centuries of Muslim presence in Spain. The lesson we draw from this history: the strength of civilization depends on unity, strong leadership, and a deep commitment to knowledge. These are values we must continue to uphold today. Thank you for watching. I hope this presentation has given you a richer understanding of Islamic history in Andalusia. I hope you get what I'm saying. And if you have any question, you can comment below. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.